What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Thursday, September 28th, 2023, and I have another emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now, it is 9:27 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have more doomsday planes and nuclear warplanes in the air. There were just two doomsday planes in the air simultaneously just about 45 minutes ago. We also have some major breaking news that Russia is going to be conducting a civil defense exercise on October 3rd due to the growing danger of armed conflicts involving nuclear powers near the borders of the Russian Federation. That's what the Russian government said, and this was reported by various Russian government funded media. Apparently, the authorities in Leningrad, Saratov, and Chuvashia have officially announced these civil defense exercises. Okay, and what's interesting is here in the US, we're going to have a nationwide emergency alert system test on the 4th. Okay, so next Wednesday, we're going to be doing our civil defense exercise with the nationwide emergency alert test, and Russia's going to do some kind of civil defense exercise the day before. Okay, so guys, I don't know how much clearer it gets that we're on the verge of nuclear war. Okay, I don't know how else to say it. We are on the verge of World War III and nuclear war, and Russia and the United States are preparing for it. Okay, very strange coincidence for Russia to suddenly announce a civil defense exercise literally the day before we're doing ours. Okay, and all these doomsday planes in the air, guys, two presidential doomsday planes in the air. Okay, 45 minutes ago. Right now, we have one heading west towards Offutt Air Base. It just left Washington, D.C. It's very possible that Biden or maybe the vice president or the secretary of defense are on this plane. It's heading to Stratcom. Stratcom is the most important military base in the United States, and there's a bunker underneath Offutt Air Base, and that's where Stratcom is. Okay. We also have a nuke sniffer plane in the air right now. It took off from Stratcom and it's currently doing loops over central Wyoming near Casper, which is really strange. Okay, this is a WC 135 Constant Phoenix. These planes can detect radiation in the atmosphere, and it's currently flying low over central Wyoming and doing loops. Very unusual. And we also have a nuclear war command and control plane that just took off. So all of these planes literally just took off at the same time about an hour ago. Okay. Presidential doomsday plane, nuclear war command and control plane, nuclear sniffer plane, all of them just took off at the same time. And right before they took off, there was another presidential doomsday plane that went from Tucson to Stratcom. And we had two nuclear war command and control planes in the air earlier this afternoon, which I reported on in my last update. And then yesterday, late last night, we had three nuclear war command and control planes in the air. One of them was doing loops in the Gulf of Mexico, and it was accompanied by a sub hunter plane. And what was weird about that nuclear war command and control plane is it did one loop in the Gulf and then it went back to land. And the sub hunter plane that was following it shut its transponder off. So I don't know what that was about. There was also a nuclear war command and control plane doing loops over northeastern Connecticut late last night. There was a ton of nuclear attack options broadcasted. So, guys, the situation is continuing to escalate. Okay, please make sure you have a plan for nuclear war. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but it doesn't hurt to have a plan. Check out my How to Survive Nuclear War series. I'll leave a link in the top right corner. Check out my website, NYPrepper.com, and click on the references section. I have a bunch of information on nuclear war survival. Okay, get prepared. Make sure you have a fallout shelter. Okay, this is a very, very serious situation, what's going on now between NATO and Russia. Okay, these civil defense exercises literally a day apart. Okay, Russia doing theirs, and then we're going to do ours. And by the way, I'm going to be live streaming the emergency alert system test next Wednesday, the 4th, and I'm going to start around 1:30 in the afternoon. So I'm going to be live streaming during that whole test if you want to tune in, and we can experience that test together. Okay, but let me just zoom in here on this map. This is a live map here. Here we have that nuke sniffer plane, and you can see it's flying over Casper, and it's flying really, really low. uh, there's nothing out here. I don't know why a nuke sniffer would be out here. I have no idea. I don't know if they lost a nuke here or something happened. I don't know. But that's very unusual. And for all these planes to take off at the same time is very, very unusual. Here's the presidential Doomsday plane that just took off from DC, and it looks like it's heading towards Stratcom. And then this nuclear war command and control plane took off from Patuxent River, and it's now over Traverse City, Michigan. Okay, so this is crazy, guys. And let me just show you the other Doomsday plane. So you can see this one right here. Okay, took off from the Tucson area just about an hour and 15 minutes ago. Okay, right before the current Doomsday plane took off from DC. So there's going to be 2 Doomsday planes in Offutt Air Base now. Okay, once this second one lands from DC. All right, so it's very possible that, like I said, there's some VIP on that Doomsday plane. Okay, these Doomsday planes can control our entire nuclear arsenal. The president, the vice president, or the secretary of defense, they can control the entire U.S. military from the air with these Doomsday planes. They're very, very important. And here you can see that nuclear war command and control plane, taking off from Patuxent River. And what's interesting is there's also an aerial refueler here on this map. It was up in the air, just a short while ago, doing loops off the coast of Long Island and Rhode Island. Look at that. So it must have been refueling something out here, probably, a nuclear warplane of some kind with its transponder off. And here were all the nuclear war command and control planes from late last night. You can see there were 3 of them. Okay, and one of them went south into the Gulf. It did a loop. It was accompanied by a sub hunter, and then it turned around and came back, and the sub hunter shut its transponder off. Another one took off. They all took off from Tinker Air Base at the same time, basically, which tells me that something spooked them, and they all went airborne to different parts of the country. One went to the east, one went to the west, and one went to the Gulf. Okay, those are the 3 main bodies of water where we have subs patrolling in the Atlantic, Pacific, and the Gulf. Okay, so very concerning stuff, guys. Okay, and then this was the nuclear war command and control plane that did that one loop and then went back in. And then here we have that sub hunter, and it shut its transponder off. Okay. And here was one of the nuclear war command and control planes that was airborne earlier this afternoon in southwestern Missouri. And then here's the second one that was airborne also in the Gulf, both of them airborne at the same time. Okay, so things are really ramping up, guys. Okay. We also have some breaking news coming from Poland. Belarus is accusing Poland of violating its airspace. They're saying that a Polish helicopter flew into Belarus. So let me read to you exactly what Belarus is saying. So they're saying that around 15:20 hours local time, the aircraft crossed the border of the Republic of Belarus, flew to a depth of up to 1.5 kilometers, which is 1 mile, at 16:22 hours. The helicopter repeatedly violated the state border, going 300 meters deep. And that's what the Ministry of Defense of Belarus said on its Telegram channel. And here's what Poland said about it. Poland said the operational command unequivocally denies these reports. A spokesperson of the operational command of the armed forces of Poland told Reuters none of the Polish helicopters crossed the airspace of Belarus. Okay, so things are flaring up between Poland and Belarus. This is the second incident with these helicopters. First, Belarus flew into Poland, then Poland flew into Belarus. Now Poland is flying again into Belarus. So it's just like every front, it's just getting crazy, guys. Okay. Russian media is now claiming that the U.S. has deployed an intermediate range missile in Denmark on the Danish island of Bornholm. Okay, they're saying that a Raytheon SM-6 launcher was brought to Denmark during the joint U.S.-Danish drills that just wrapped up on Monday on Denmark's Baltic Sea island of Bornholm. So this is huge news, guys. This could be another Cuban Missile Crisis type of event. All right, because Russia said they would not deploy intermediate range missiles unless the U.S. did it first. Now, the Trump administration pulled out of the INF treaty because Trump said that Russia deployed intermediate range ballistic missiles already. And Russia has the SSC 8 screwdriver, which is like a ground launched intermediate range cruise missile that's nuclear capable. But this could turn into a Cuban Missile Crisis type of event where the U.S. deploys these missiles, then Russia's going to deploy something. I mean, it's just getting crazy, guys. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the latest information that I have. 2 presidential doomsday planes up in the air within the last 2 hours. Also, a nuke sniffer and a nuclear war command and control plane in the air all at the same time right now. Last night, 3 nuclear war command and control planes, and then 2 this afternoon. That's a total of 6 nuclear war command and control planes airborne within the last 18 hours, plus 2 presidential doomsday planes and 2 nuke sniffer planes. There's one in the air now. There was one in the air in the afternoon. I didn't report on it. I forgot to share that with you guys. Okay, so things are really escalating. And, Russia doing that civil defense exercise October the 3rd, literally a day before ours. So, get prepared, guys. And I will be live streaming on October the 4th around 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the emergency alert system test. Make no mistake about it, guys. This nationwide emergency alert system test is practice for nuclear war. Okay, our government wants to make sure that they can effectively send out emergency alerts across the entire country at the same time in a short span of time. Okay, because that's what would be needed if there was a nuclear attack. Okay, we would literally have 15 to 30 minutes to evacuate from the blast zones. Okay, so they need to get that message out fast and they have to get it out to everybody. So this is a drill for nuclear war. Okay, and Russia's doing the same thing the day before. All right, it's no coincidence. And Putin is going to China sometime in October. Okay, remember the last time Putin went to China? What happened? Just 2 days after he invaded Ukraine. Okay, so I don't know if he's going to ask Xi Jinping for permission to use nukes on Ukraine or even to attack NATO, or I don't know what, guys, but tensions are the worst they've ever been. We are the closest to nuclear war now than we've ever been in the history of mankind. Okay, it's worse than the Cuban Missile Crisis by far. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'll do another update tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.